In the remote corners of Ethiopia's Omo Valley, where the vast savanna meets dense, untamed forests, lies the village of Kibish. It is home to the Surma people, a tribe known for their vibrant traditions, intricate body art, and the striking lip plates worn by their women. My name is Becky, and this is the story of a remarkable day I witnessed in our village, a day that would forever be etched in my memory. The day began with the golden rays of dawn breaking through the acacia trees, casting long shadows over the thatched roof huts. The air was alive with the chatter of children, the lowing of cattle, and the rhythmic pounding of sorghum as women prepared the morning meal. But there was an undercurrent of excitement in the air. Today was the day Alemnesh, the daughter of our village chief, would receive her first lip plate. In Surma culture, the lip plate is more than an adornment. It is a symbol of beauty, maturity, and strength. It signifies a young woman's readiness for marriage and her role within the community. Alemnesh, at 16 years old, had reached this significant milestone, and the entire village had gathered to witness the ritual. As the sun climbed higher, Alemnesh's family prepared her for the ceremony. She sat on a low stool inside their hut, surrounded by her mother, aunts, and grandmothers, who adorned her with intricate beaded necklaces and painted her face with white clay designs. Her mother, Ayantu, whispered words of encouragement, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. Outside, the men and boys prepared the village square for the celebration. A large circle was cleared, and the ground was swept clean. The drummers tested their instruments, their beats echoing through the valley, while the elders arranged wooden benches for the spectators. The entire village had a role to play, from the youngest child to the oldest grandparent. When Alemnesh emerged from the hut, the crowd fell silent. She was a vision of grace, her face a mixture of pride and apprehension. She walked slowly to the center of the circle, where the village elder, Baba Kabedi, awaited her. Baba Kabedi, with his tall, lean frame and wise eyes, was the keeper of our traditions. He held the tools for the ceremony, a small blade, a wooden stick, and the clay lip plate. Alemnesh, he said, his voice carrying over the crowd. You honor your ancestors and your people today. This ritual connects you to generations before and those yet to come. Are you ready? Alemnesh nodded, her hands clasped tightly in front of her. The crowd murmured their approval, and the ceremony began. First, Baba Kabedi marked Alemnesh's lower lip with ash, outlining the small incision he would make. The villagers watched in rapt attention as he carefully made the first cut, his hands steady and practiced. Alemnesh winced but did not cry out, her determination evident. Ayantu stood close by, her hand resting lightly on her daughter's shoulder, a silent pillar of support. Once the incision was complete, Baba Kabedi inserted a small wooden stick into the opening to keep it from closing. This is just the beginning, he explained to the gathered crowd. The plate will grow in size over time, just as Alemnesh's strength and beauty will grow. The crowd erupted into cheers, and the drummers began to play, their rhythms infectious and celebratory. Alemnesh smiled, a mixture of relief and pride washing over her. Women from the village surrounded her, singing traditional songs that praised her courage and welcomed her into womanhood.
As the celebration continued, the smell of roasted goat and fresh honey beer filled the air. Children danced around the fire, mimicking the movements of their elders, while the men recounted tales of bravery and wisdom. Alemnesh sat with her mother and the other women, her face glowing in the firelight. The wooden stick in her lip was a small beginning, but it represented so much more. Her place in the community, her connection to her ancestors, and the path she was beginning to walk. The celebration lasted late into the night, the stars above shining brightly, as if they too were witnesses to the day's events. Alemnesh's journey had only just begun, but it was clear she would carry the strength and pride of the Surma people with her. In the days and weeks that followed, Alemnesh's lip plate grew larger, a testament to her resilience and commitment. Each stage of the process was met with encouragement and celebration from the village, reinforcing the bond that held our community together. As I sit here today recounting this story, I am reminded of the importance of our traditions. They are not just rituals or customs, they are the threads that weave us together, connecting us to our past and guiding us into the future. Alemnesh's courage and grace that day were a reflection of the strength of our people, and her story will be told for generations to come.